My dears coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters, today, we're diving into the fascinating world of US coins, focusing on two iconic and historic pieces from 2014, the Liberty Quarter and the Lincoln Penny, both carrying the powerful words "In God We Trust." Now, you might be thinking, what makes these coins special? Well, today, we're not just talking about pocket change. We're talking about versions of these coins that are worth a staggering $140 million on the collector's market. Yes, you heard that right, and in this video, we'll explore why these coins hold such immense value. We'll walk through their history, unique designs, rarity, and what makes them some of the most prized pieces of modern American currency. Let's start with the 2014 Liberty Quarter. This coin is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which began in 2010. The series highlights some of the most breathtaking landscapes and historically significant landmarks in the United States. Each year, 5 different designs are released, showcasing iconic sites from around the country. On the obverse side of the 2014 Liberty Quarter, we have the familiar portrait of George Washington, first introduced on U.S. quarters in 1932 to mark the 200th anniversary of his birth. Surrounding his profile are the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," which have been present on nearly every U.S. coin for generations, reflecting the values that this nation was built upon. The reverse side of each 2014 Liberty Quarter features a unique design representing one of America's national parks or historical landmarks. These designs are celebrated for their artistic detail, making each quarter not just currency but also a miniature work of art. So what makes the 2014 Liberty Quarter worth millions? Well, several factors contribute to its enormous value. First, the condition of the coin. A mint state quarter, one that has never circulated and is nearly flawless, can already command thousands of dollars in auctions. But if you happen to own a perfect condition MS-70 graded coin, or one with a rare minting error, the value skyrockets. Mint errors are a big deal in the coin collecting world. A double die ***, where parts of the design appear twice due to a mistake during the minting process, or an off-center strike ***, where the design is misaligned, can make a coin incredibly rare. Some 2014 Liberty Quarters with such errors have sold for more than $50,000 at auctions. Combine that with the historical significance and rarity of high-grade coins, and you're looking at a potential value that collectors are willing to pay a fortune for. Now let's turn our attention to the 2014 Lincoln Penny. While it may be the smallest denomination of U.S. currency, this coin carries a rich history and, in some cases, an eye-popping price tag. The Lincoln Penny was first minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and over the years, it has evolved, but always with Lincoln's profile proudly displayed. The obverse side of the 2014 Lincoln Penny is dominated by the enduring image of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, and one of the most revered figures in American history. Above his profile, the words ***, in God We Trust *** stand out, a phrase that has been featured on U.S. coins since 1864. The reverse side of the penny features the Union Shield, symbolizing Lincoln's efforts to preserve the United States during the Civil War. This design replaced the Lincoln Memorial, which had been on the back of the penny for more than 50 years. The shield represents strength, unity, and the enduring legacy of Lincoln's leadership. So why would a 2014 Lincoln Penny be worth millions? The key again lies in condition and rarity. A pristine, high-grade penny, graded MS-70, can already be worth thousands of dollars. But when you add in the possibility of minting errors, the value can go through the roof. For example, a 2014 penny with a double die error, where certain elements like the date or the motto appear slightly doubled, could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Coins that are perfectly struck and have no visible flaws can easily reach six-figure values at auction. And let's not forget, only a handful of these error coins exist, which means collectors are willing to pay top dollar to own one. So how did these two coins, the 2014 Liberty Quarter and the 2014 Lincoln Penny, reach a staggering $140 million in value? Well, it's the perfect storm of rarity, historical significance, and collector demand. Coins like these represent more than just currency. They are pieces of American history, symbols of craftsmanship, and most importantly, extremely rare finds. In the world of coin collecting, demand can sometimes outstrip supply, especially when it comes to coins in mint condition or those with rare mint errors. Over the years, the value of certain U.S. coins has soared, with collectors willing to pay astronomical prices for the rarest pieces. A 2014 Liberty quarter with a rare mint error and graded MS-70 could easily fetch millions at auction, while a 2014 Lincoln penny with similar traits could push the total value even higher. When you combine the values of both these coins, including special mint errors, high-grade conditions, and auction premiums, the total can easily reach $140 million. That's right. What might look like ordinary change in your pocket could be worth a fortune under the right conditions. If you enjoyed these videos, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more insights into the world of currency and collectibles. Thank you for joining us today, and we will see you in the next episode.
Today we are zooming in on a fascinating pair of coins from 1978, the Liberty Quarter and the Lincoln Penny, both inscribed with the iconic motto "In God We Trust." These coins, while commonly seen in circulation during their time, have taken on legendary status among collectors. And believe it or not, under the right circumstances, these coins could be worth a jaw-dropping $120 million. That's right. These seemingly ordinary coins from 1978 have hidden secrets that make them incredibly valuable to collectors today. In this video, we'll explore the history, design, and unique features of these coins, dig into the market demand, and explain why certain coins from 1978 are worth such massive amounts. So, if you're holding onto some old pocket change from the late 70s, keep watching. You might just have a fortune sitting right under your nose. Let's kick things off with the 1978 Liberty Quarter, part of a series that dates back to 1932, when the Washington Quarter was first introduced to celebrate the bicentennial of George Washington's birth. Since then, Washington's image on the obverse of the quarter has become one of the most recognized symbols of U.S. coinage. In 1978, the Liberty Quarter remained true to its traditional design. On the obverse, you'll find George Washington facing left, with the word Liberty prominently displayed above his profile and the motto "In God We Trust" to his left. The year of minting, 1978, is placed just below Washington's neck. On the reverse, we see the classic American eagle with its wings spread wide, perched on a bundle of arrows. The eagle holds an olive branch, symbolizing both strength and peace, with the inscriptions "United States of America" above and $quarter below. This design, created by artist John Flanagan, had been in use for decades by 1978, making it an enduring symbol of American values. So, what makes the 1978 Liberty Quarter special? Although it doesn't commemorate a major anniversary, the late 1970s was an interesting period for the U.S. Mint. 1978 marked the final year before the transition to the Susan B. Anthony dollar, which would shake up the world of U.S. coinage in the following year. It was also a time when coin collecting was gaining momentum, especially as more people began to recognize the potential value of coins with errors or in mint condition. Now let's turn our attention to the 1978 Lincoln penny, a true staple of American currency. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln penny has become a beloved part of everyday life in the United States. By 1978, it had already spent nearly 7 decades in circulation, but its significance and popularity had only grown. The front of the 1978 Lincoln penny features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln facing right, with the words "In God We Trust" above his head, Liberty to the left, and the year 1978 to the right. This design, crafted by Victor David Brenner, is one of the most enduring and recognizable designs in U.S. coinage history. The reverse of the penny, from 1959 until 2008, features the image of the Lincoln Memorial. Above the memorial, the phrase "E pluribus unum" is inscribed, with United States of America at the top and 1 cent at the bottom. This reverse design not only celebrates Lincoln's legacy but also the ideals of democracy and unity that he championed. Like the Liberty Quarter, 1978 wasn't a major anniversary for the Lincoln penny, but it was still an important year for collectors. The Lincoln penny had been a mainstay in American currency for nearly 70 years by this point, and collectors were starting to pay closer attention to mint errors and condition, 2 factors that could dramatically increase the value of a coin. Additionally, the 1970s saw a renewed interest in penny collecting, partly due to rising copper prices, which would lead to major changes in the penny's composition in the 1980s. Here's where things get really exciting. One of the reasons that certain 1978 Liberty Quarters and Lincoln pennies have become so valuable is due to rare mint errors and low mintage numbers. Mint errors are mistakes that occur during the coin's production process, such as double strikes, off-center strikes, or even planchet errors where the coin is struck on a metal blank that isn't the correct size or material. Error coins are highly sought after by collectors because they are unique. No 2 error coins are exactly alike. In some cases, the rarity of these errors can push the value of a coin into the millions. In the case of the 1978 Liberty Quarter and Lincoln Penny, several era coins have been discovered over the years, making these additions particularly valuable to collectors. So, what exactly makes these 1978 coins worth $120 million? It's a combination of condition, rarity, historical significance, and collector demand. Let's break it down. First and foremost, the condition of a coin is one of the biggest factors determining its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with MS70 mint state 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. Even a small difference in condition, say from MS63 to MS65, can mean the difference between a coin worth a few $100s and one worth thousands, or even millions. Coins from 1978 that have been well preserved and show no signs of wear are especially valuable. If a Liberty Quarter or Lincoln Penny from 1978 is graded at MS65 or higher, it's considered to be in near perfect condition, which can dramatically increase its market value. Next up, rarity plays a huge role in the value of any coin. As we mentioned earlier, certain 1978 Liberty Quarters and Lincoln Pennies were struck with mint errors, which makes them rare and highly desirable among collectors. In fact, some era coins have sold for tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands, at auction. In addition to mint errors, coins that were produced in low quantities. My dear coin collectors and treasure hunters, today we explore some of the most valuable coins in U.S. history. We are diving deep into two iconic coins from 1982, the Liberty Quarter and the Lincoln Penny. These coins might seem like just regular pieces of change, but could you imagine them being worth a jaw-dropping $135 million? Yeah, you heard that right. We're talking millions of dollars hidden in plain sight. So grab your magnifying glass, because today's episode will leave you searching through your coin jars for a possible fortune. Let's begin our journey with the 1982 Liberty Quarter. As part of the Washington Quarter series, this coin bears the proud likeness of the first President of the United States, George Washington. Washington quarters were first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth, and they've been a staple of U.S. currency ever since. The 1982 edition is especially significant, marking an era of change in the production process. By the time we reach 1982, the U.S. Mint had fully transitioned from silver to a copper-nickel-clad composition. Prior to 1965, quarters were made with 90% silver, but the rising cost of silver forced the government to switch to a more affordable metal composition. This shift makes the post-1965 quarters less valuable in terms of metal content, but don't be fooled. Rarity, condition, and certain minting errors make the 1982 Liberty Quarter extremely collectible. On the front of the 1982 Liberty Quarter, you'll see the familiar profile of George Washington accompanied by the words Liberty above his head, and the national motto "In God We Trust" to his left. Below Washington's profile is the date 1982, proudly marking its mint year. The back of the coin displays the bold image of a bald eagle, a symbol of American strength and freedom, perched on a bundle of arrows and an olive branch. So why is the 1982 Liberty Quarter such a valuable piece of coinage? Well, it all comes down to rarity and condition. While millions of these quarters were minted, very few of them have survived in pristine condition, particularly those graded MS65 or higher by professional coin grading services. Coins in these top grades are nearly flawless, showing no signs of wear or damage, and that's what serious collectors are willing to pay big money for. Here's the kicker: some of these high-grade 1982 Liberty Quarters have sold for over $10,000 at auction. But that's not all. If you're lucky enough to find one with a rare mint error like a doubled die or a misaligned strike, you could be looking at even higher values. Some era coins have fetched hundreds of thousands of dollars at auctions. Now let's switch gears and take a closer look at the 1982 Lincoln Penny. This penny is a bit of a game changer, marking one of the most significant shifts in the history of U.S. coinage. The Lincoln cent, featuring the famous profile of President Abraham Lincoln, has been in circulation since 1909, making it one of the longest-running coin series in U.S. history. But 1982 was a critical year for the penny. For the first time in over 70 years, the U.S. Mint made a dramatic change to the penny's composition. Rising copper prices forced the mint to switch from a coin made of 95% copper to one made primarily of zinc with a thin copper coating. This change resulted in two different types of pennies being produced that year: copper pennies and zinc pennies. You might be wondering, how do I know if I have a copper or zinc penny? The easiest way to tell is by the coin's weight. A copper penny from 1982 weighs 3.11 grams while a zinc penny weighs 2.5 grams. If you have a scale handy, you can quickly find out which version of the coin you're holding. Believe it or not, this tiny difference in composition can have a huge impact on the coin's value. Now, let's talk value. The 1982 Lincoln penny, like the Liberty Quarter, holds immense value for collectors, especially if it's in excellent condition or if it's one of the rare mint errors. A few 1982 Lincoln pennies have been known to sell for tens of thousands of dollars at auctions. And just like with the quarters, the value can skyrocket if you have a rare mint error or a coin that's in perfect mint condition. One of the most fascinating aspects of these coins is the phrase "In God We Trust," which appears on both the 1982 Liberty Quarter and the 1982 Lincoln penny. This phrase has a rich history in U.S. coinage, first appearing on coins during the Civil War as a way to reflect the nation's faith during a time of immense struggle and division. Since then, "In God We Trust" has become a cornerstone of U.S. currency, symbolizing the nation's enduring values and commitment to faith and unity. The inclusion of this powerful phrase on both the Liberty Quarter and the Lincoln penny adds a layer of cultural and historical significance to these coins, making them more than just pieces of currency, they're pieces of American history. Alright. Now to the part you've been waiting for: how on earth can a 1982 Liberty Quarter and a 1982 Lincoln penny be worth a combined $135 million? It all boils down to a few critical factors, including rarity, condition, and market demand. Today we have an extraordinary story for you, one that combines history, rarity, and potential riches. We're going to dive deep into the 1987 Liberty Quarter and the 1987 Lincoln penny, both bearing the powerful motto, "In God We Trust." These coins are not just symbols of American history. They could be worth a whopping $122 million in the right hands. Yes, you heard that right, $122 million. So, if you've got a 1987 penny or quarter tucked away, don't go anywhere. We're about to explore the history, design, and the massive value potential these coins hold in today's market. The Liberty Quarter has a long-standing legacy in U.S. coinage. Originally introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the quarter has become a staple of everyday American life. By the time we reached 1987, the Washington quarter had already solidified itself as an iconic coin, used by millions daily. But despite its ordinary appearance, certain 1987 quarters have become highly prized among collectors for their rarity and condition. The design of the 1987 quarter remains faithful to its roots. On the obverse, we see a familiar profile of George Washington facing left. Above his head, we find the word Liberty prominently displayed, a symbol of the ideals upon which the United States was founded. To the left of Washington is the revered phrase, "In God We Trust," a testament to America's enduring belief in faith and freedom. Below the portrait, you'll see the year of minting 1987. Flip the quarter over, and you'll find the traditional image of an American eagle, wings spread, perched upon a bundle of arrows, with an olive branch below. This image has long symbolized America's strength and its commitment to peace, powerfully representing both military readiness and a desire for peace. So, why is the 1987 Liberty Quarter so valuable today? Well, one word: rarity. While millions of these coins were produced, only a small number have survived in pristine condition, with no signs of wear or damage. Coins like these are highly sought after by collectors, particularly those graded MS-65 or higher. In the world of coin collecting, a mint condition quarter from 1987 can fetch thousands of dollars, but under the right circumstances, some versions have been sold for millions at auctions due to their rarity and demand. Let's turn our attention to the 1987 Lincoln penny. Since its introduction in 1909, the Lincoln penny has become a beloved symbol of U.S. coinage. Abraham Lincoln's portrait graces the obverse of this coin, serving as a reminder of one of America's greatest presidents. The 1987 penny, although seemingly common, holds significant value when found in perfect condition or when exhibiting rare mint errors. On the obverse, we see Lincoln facing right, with the inscription "In God We Trust" overhead, Liberty to the left, and the year 1987 on the right. This design, by Victor David Brenner, has remained relatively unchanged for decades and continues to symbolize American perseverance and strength. The reverse of the 1987 penny features the image of the Lincoln Memorial, which was introduced in 1959 to replace the previous wheat ears design. This iconic structure not only honors Lincoln's legacy but also represents the unity and democracy he fought so hard to preserve. The phrase "E pluribus unum" appears above the memorial, with United States of America and 1 cent inscribed above and below. While the 1987 Lincoln penny was minted in large quantities, certain factors have propelled its value into the millions. Mint errors, low mintage numbers, and pennies that have been preserved in near-perfect condition are now selling for astonishing prices. Some rare 1987 Lincoln pennies have been found with double strikes off-center errors and even diode breaks, making them unique and desirable to collectors. In recent auctions, high-grade era pennies from 1987 have fetched 5- and 6-figure sums, and collectors are always on the lookout for the next rare find. Combine that with a demand for well-preserved coins, and you have the recipe for a coin worth serious money. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate one of the most enduring phrases in U.S. coinage. In God we trust. First added to U.S. coins during the Civil War, this motto has appeared on nearly every coin minted since. By 1987, the phrase had been a staple for over a century, symbolizing the nation's faith and resilience through good times and bad. Incorporating this motto on both the Liberty Quarter and the Lincoln penny reflects the unchanging principles that have guided the United States since its founding. It's also a key element that collectors cherish, linking these coins to a deeper historical and cultural significance. So, how can a 1987 Liberty Quarter and a 1987 Lincoln penny be worth $122 million? There are several factors that contribute to their astronomical value, and we're going to break them down for you right now. First up, let's talk about rarity. While millions of these coins were minted in 1987, only a fraction of them have survived in perfect condition or with rare mint errors. Error coins, such as those with double strikes, off-center strikes, or planchet errors, are extremely valuable because they are unique. Collectors will pay top dollar for coins that stand out due to these imperfections. The next factor is the condition of the coin. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with MS 65 or higher considered mint state, meaning the coin shows no signs of wear or damage. Coins that have been preserved in this condition can be worth thousands, even millions of dollars, depending on their rarity and demand. For a 1987 Liberty Quarter or Lincoln penny to be worth $122 million, it would need to be in exceptional condition, likely a MS 68 or MS 70 grade, making it one of the few examples in such pristine shape. Today we explore the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. We are diving deep into the story of the 1989 Liberty Quarter and the 1989 Lincoln penny, two iconic coins from the United States that, at first glance, might seem like everyday change. But hidden behind their common appearance lies a history and value that could make them worth a staggering $109 million. Yes, you heard that right. In this video, we're going to take you through the history, design, and incredible value of these coins, and explain why certain editions of these coins are worth big money. So, if you've ever wondered whether your loose change could hold a fortune, stay tuned. The 1989 Liberty Quarter is part of a long tradition in U.S. coinage that began in 1932 with the introduction of the Washington quarter. This iconic coin, featuring the profile of the nation's first president, George Washington, was originally created to celebrate the bicentennial of Washington's birth. By 1989, the design was still in use, but with some important updates over the years. In 1989, the quarter retained its signature design, with Washington's profile on the obverse front of the coin, surrounded by the words Liberty at the top and In God We Trust to the left. The year 1989 is displayed at the bottom of the obverse. On the reverse, we see the iconic American eagle perched on a bundle of arrows, symbolizing strength and defense, with an olive branch underneath it to represent peace. Surrounding the eagle are the inscriptions United States of America and quarter dollar. While 1989 wasn't a significant anniversary or event for the quarter, it was a pivotal time for the U.S. Mint. The late 1980s saw a growing interest in coin collecting, and the Mint began producing more collector sets, proof coins, and limited editions for enthusiasts. Quarters from this period are widely circulated, but finding them in mint condition or with certain errors can make them incredibly valuable. We'll get into more detail on these errors later in the video, so keep watching. Now let's shift gears and focus on the 1989 Lincoln penny, another cornerstone of U.S. currency. The Lincoln penny, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, has become one of the most recognized coins in the world. In 1989, this classic penny continued to carry forward its legacy, with Lincoln's profile on the obverse, facing right, and the famous Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The front of the 1989 Lincoln penny features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner with the words In God We Trust above him, Liberty to his left, and the year 1989 to his right. The reverse of the coin, since 1959, has showcased the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of honor for the 16th President of the United States. Above the memorial, the words E pluribus unum are inscribed, along with United States of America and 1 cent below. Although the design of the Lincoln penny remained largely the same throughout the years, the 1980s saw a change in the metal composition of the penny. In 1982, due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Mint transitioned from a 95% copper and 5% zinc penny to a 97.5% zinc core with a thin copper plating. The 1989 Lincoln penny, like others produced after 1982, features this composition, making it lighter and more cost-effective to produce. However, some era pennies from this period still exist, and they can be extremely valuable. So, you're probably wondering, how could these common 1989 coins be worth up to $109 million? Well, it all comes down to a few critical factors: condition, rarity, mint errors, and market demand. One of the biggest reasons certain 1989 Liberty Quarters and Lincoln pennies can command astronomical prices is due to rare mint errors. Minting errors occur when a coin is produced with an unintended flaw. This could be a misstrike, double die, off-center strike, or even a planchet error where the metal blank doesn't match the standard composition. Error coins are extremely rare, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for these one-of-a-kind pieces. For example, an era 1989 Lincoln penny or Liberty Quarter with a significant minting flaw could easily fetch tens of thousands of dollars at auction, or even more if the error is particularly unique or severe. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is king. Coins are graded on a scale of 1 to 70, with MS Mint state 65 or higher representing coins in near-perfect condition, showing no signs of wear or damage. A 1989 Lincoln penny or Liberty Quarter that has been preserved in pristine condition, whether through being stored in a collector's set or by sheer luck, could be worth thousands or even millions of dollars depending on its grade. Another important factor in determining the value of these coins is their historical significance and the demand from collectors. The 1989 coins represent a time when U.S. coinage was undergoing subtle but important changes, from composition adjustments to minting innovations. As we've seen with other coins from different periods, historical relevance can drive up the value significantly, especially if collectors are searching for particular years or mint errors to complete their collections. Now, let's talk numbers. In recent years, we've seen some incredible sales for rare and valuable coins. For example, era pennies from various years have sold for upwards of $100,000, and pristine condition Liberty Quarters have fetched similar amounts at high-profile auctions. However, the combined value of both the 1989 Liberty Quarter and Lincoln penny, particularly if they are era coins or in high-grade condition, can potentially reach a jaw-dropping $109 million on the market. That's right. According to recent auction records and collector demand, the market value of rare 1989 coins, especially those with mint errors, has the potential to soar as high as $109 million. This massive valuation is driven by rarity, collector enthusiasm, and the historic significance of these coins. Whether you have a Liberty Quarter or Lincoln penny in mint state, or if you discover an error in your coin collection, the possibility of hitting a jackpot is very real. Today, we are uncovering the secrets behind two very iconic and potentially multi-million-dollar coins from 1995. That's right, we're talking about the 1995 Liberty Quarter and the 1995 Lincoln penny. Both of these coins bear the proud motto "In God We Trust" and might just be hiding in your collection, waiting to make you a fortune. Are you curious how these seemingly ordinary coins could fetch a jaw-dropping $11.1 million on the market? Stick around, because we're diving deep into the history, the rarity, and the current value of these fascinating pieces of U.S. coinage. Let's start with the 1995 Liberty Quarter. This coin is part of the Washington Quarter series, a line that has been in circulation since 1932, originally introduced to celebrate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first President of the United States. By 1995, the Washington Quarter had become a staple of American coinage, used daily by millions of people. But not all quarters are created equal, and the 1995 edition holds some unique qualities that make it highly valuable to collectors today. On the front of the coin, you'll see the familiar portrait of George Washington facing left. Above him, the word Liberty is proudly displayed. To the left of Washington's profile is the all-important phrase "In God We Trust," which has been a central part of U.S. coinage for decades. Below his profile, you'll see the mint year 1995. All of these elements come together to create a design that is not only historically significant but also highly recognizable. On the back of the 1995 quarter, we see a majestic eagle with its wings spread wide, clutching a bundle of arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing America's readiness for both war and peace. The eagle is a long-standing emblem of strength and freedom, making it a perfect fit for this timeless coin design. Now, you may be asking, why is the 1995 Liberty Quarter worth so much money? Well, there are a few key factors that contribute to its astonishing value. First and foremost is rarity. While millions of quarters were minted in 1995, only a select few have been preserved in pristine condition, especially those graded MS-65 or higher. For those unfamiliar with coin grading, MS stands for mint state, and coins graded MS-65 or higher are in near perfect condition with minimal marks or wear. These high-grade coins are extremely valuable because collectors are always searching for coins that appear almost untouched by time. If your 1995 quarter is in exceptional condition, it could easily fetch thousands, and some rare versions of the 1995 Liberty Quarter have been sold for as much as $11 million. Now let's turn our attention to the 1995 Lincoln penny, a true American classic. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909, has long been a symbol of U.S. coinage. The penny's obverse, or front side, features the enduring profile of Abraham Lincoln, one of America's greatest presidents. This design has remained largely unchanged for over a century, and the 1995 edition is no exception. Above Lincoln's profile, we see the powerful words "In God We Trust," a motto that first appeared on U.S. coins during the Civil War and has remained a constant ever since. To the left, you'll see the word Liberty, and on the right, the year of minting, 1995. The back of the 1995 Lincoln penny features the well-known image of the Lincoln Memorial, which replaced the original wheat ears design in 1959. This memorial, located in Washington, D.C., symbolizes the nation's respect and gratitude for Lincoln's leadership and dedication to preserving the Union during the Civil War. Above the memorial, you'll find the phrase "E pluribus unum," meaning out of many, one, a reflection of the diverse yet united nature of the United States. Although the 1995 Lincoln penny was produced in large numbers, certain pennies from this year are worth a fortune, especially those in uncirculated or mint error condition. A mint error is a rare mistake made during the production of the coin, such as a double die or an off-center strike, and collectors go wild for these unique pieces. In fact, some 1995 Lincoln pennies have sold for over $100,000 due to these rare and valuable errors. But even if your 1995 penny doesn't have any obvious errors, its value can still skyrocket if it's in high-grade condition. A penny that's been kept in mint state, free from scratches or wear, could easily be worth thousands. Combined with the right market conditions, some rare examples of the 1995 penny have reached values of over $1 million. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on the significance of the phrase "In God We Trust," which appears on both the 1995 Liberty Quarter and the 1995 Lincoln penny. This phrase has been a central part of American coinage for more than 150 years, first added during the height of the Civil War as a way to express the nation's faith during a time of great turmoil. Since then, "In God We Trust" has remained a constant feature on American coins, symbolizing the enduring principles of faith, unity, and perseverance that have defined the United States through its many challenges. This motto continues to inspire Americans and is an important part of why these coins hold such deep meaning to collectors and history enthusiasts alike. So, how can a 1995 Liberty Quarter and a 1995 Lincoln penny be worth a staggering $11.1 million combined? Let's break down the factors that contribute to these eye-popping values. First, we have to consider rarity.
My dears coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters, today, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. coins, focusing on two iconic and historic pieces from 2014, the Liberty Quarter and the Lincoln penny, both carrying the powerful words "In God We Trust." Now, you might be thinking, what makes these coins special? Well, today, we're not just talking about pocket change. We're talking about versions of these coins that are worth a staggering $140 million on the collector's market. Yes, you heard that right, and in this video, we'll explore why these coins hold such immense value. We'll walk through their history, unique designs, rarity, and what makes them some of the most prized pieces of modern American currency. Let's start with the 2014 Liberty Quarter. This coin is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which began in 2010. The series highlights some of the most breathtaking landscapes and historically significant landmarks in the United States. Each year, 5 different designs are released, showcasing iconic sites from around the country. On the obverse side of the 2014 Liberty Quarter, we have the familiar portrait of George Washington, first introduced on U.S. quarters in 1932 to mark the 200th anniversary of his birth. Surrounding his profile are the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," which have been present on nearly every U.S. coin for generations, reflecting the values that this nation was built upon. The reverse side of each 2014 Liberty Quarter features a unique design representing one of America's national parks or historical landmarks. These designs are celebrated for their artistic detail, making each quarter not just currency but also a miniature work of art. So what makes the 2014 Liberty Quarter worth millions? Well, several factors contribute to its enormous value. First, the condition of the coin. A mint state quarter, one that has never circulated and is nearly flawless, can already command thousands of dollars in auctions. But if you happen to own a perfect condition MS-70 graded coin, or one with a rare minting error, the value skyrockets. Mint errors are a big deal in the coin collecting world. A double die ***, where parts of the design appear twice due to a mistake during the minting process, or an off-center strike ***, where the design is misaligned, can make a coin incredibly rare. Some 2014 Liberty Quarters with such errors have sold for more than $50,000 at auctions. Combine that with the historical significance and rarity of high-grade coins, and you're looking at a potential value that collectors are willing to pay a fortune for. Now let's turn our attention to the 2014 Lincoln penny. While it may be the smallest denomination of U.S. currency, this coin carries a rich history and, in some cases, an eye-popping price tag. The Lincoln penny was first minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and over the years, it has evolved, but always with Lincoln's profile proudly displayed. The obverse side of the 2014 Lincoln penny is dominated by the enduring image of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, and one of the most revered figures in American history. Above his profile, the words **** in God we trust *** stand out, a phrase that has been featured on U.S. coins since 1864. The reverse side of the penny features the Union Shield, symbolizing Lincoln's efforts to preserve the United States during the Civil War. This design replaced the Lincoln Memorial, which had been on the back of the penny for more than 50 years. The shield represents strength, unity, and the enduring legacy of Lincoln's leadership. So why would a 2014 Lincoln penny be worth millions? The key again lies in condition and rarity. A pristine, high-grade penny, graded MS-70, can already be worth thousands of dollars. But when you add in the possibility of minting errors, the value can go through the roof. For example, a 2014 penny with a double die error, where certain elements like the date or the motto appear slightly doubled, could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Coins that are perfectly struck and have no visible flaws can easily reach six-figure values at auction. And let's not forget, only a handful of these error coins exist, which means collectors are willing to pay top dollar to own one. So how did these two coins, the 2014 Liberty Quarter and the 2014 Lincoln penny, reach a staggering $140 million in value? Well, it's the perfect storm of rarity, historical significance, and collector demand. Coins like these represent more than just currency. They are pieces of American history, symbols of craftsmanship, and most importantly, extremely rare finds. In the world of coin collecting, demand can sometimes outstrip supply, especially when it comes to coins in mint condition or those with rare mint errors. Over the years, the value of certain U.S. coins has soared, with collectors willing to pay astronomical prices for the rarest pieces. A 2014 Liberty Quarter with a rare mint error and graded MS-70 could easily fetch millions at auction, while a 2014 Lincoln penny with similar traits could push the total value even higher. When you combine the values of both these coins, including special mint errors, high-grade conditions, and auction premiums, the total can easily reach $140 million. That's right. What might look like ordinary change in your pocket could be worth a fortune under the right conditions. If you enjoyed these videos, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more insights into the world of currency and collectibles. Thank you for joining us today, and we will see you in the next episode.